Am I the a-hole for shutting down my disabled friend's proposal to my niece? Your niece? How old is she? How old's your friend? I have a friend, male 29, who is with limited mobility where he always uses canes or scooters to move around. I've known him since primary school. One day, my elder sister called me telling me that his friend has reached out to her husband asking for her daughter's hand. She is 18. Gross. And since she knows I know the guy, she thought about consulting me. I replied with direct objection. Already, this has nothing to do with your friend being disabled. This has everything to do with your friend being 10 years older and probably has known this kid since before 18. So it's already gross. No, thank you. Also, proposal? Jesus Christ, dude. She just became 18. Like, ugh. The first thing that made me object to the proposal was my knowledge of my friend's temper. He's the kind who was always angry and aggressive. I've seen him many times get in fights with other over petty things. And at some occasions, the fight went from verbal to physical. Yes, he has limited mobility, but I've seen him jump over and throw punches. That makes me wonder if he uses that disability as a thing like, you can't touch me, you can't hurt me, I'm gonna piss you off and then punch you, but I'm disabled, don't hurt me. But it's surprising that, the first thing wasn't the 10-year age difference of a man who has graduated college, gone through his 20s, lived a life, and is at a certain point in adulthood to a person who is still a kid. They're 18. My second objection is a combination of age gap. Okay, I should have just let him talk. My friend's employment situation and his health situation. I know my niece very well, and she is kind of naive. I don't know what he has told her to convince her about the proposal, but with all due respect to the guy, and to be honest, I couldn't understand why a very young girl like that would like a man who is 11 years older than her, doesn't have a stable job, struggling financially, and who is not attractive at all, and in a health condition that is requesting constant care. I mean, not attractive to you. I mean, that's fair. A lot of people don't have the same stipulations and worry about the constant care and health conditions of people. Some people see beyond that, and actually, it sounds like your niece, beyond the 11 years, is a really good soul, being able to, see beyond all that, because that's a lot of red flags that should immediately be no thank you. Man, I always feel lucky. I got really disabled halfway through my relationship to a point where I couldn't really work. And even though my wife is, ADHD, autism, and a bunch of stuff, and it's really hard for her to keep a job down, she's worked so freaking hard. She's worked so hard to make sure we're okay. And it's always a constant back and forth on who has a job, who's making income, and how we're figuring it out. I couldn't fathom picturing my very young niece caring for a disabled, broke man and being the victim to his bad temper, instead of her enjoying her life with a caring one. So I told my sister to reject the guy's proposal, explaining to her my arguments. And that's what happened. They rejected the proposal, and my niece didn't argue about it, as she was convinced with the arguments. Oh, so smart. What do you think? Am I right to object such a proposal, or am I the a-hole? You objected for all the right reasons, except for the disability and not caring for someone. You definitely should never deny somebody love just because they're in a wheelchair, they're in a cane, they're all of these things that they can't help, right? Disability is not something you can help half the time, and we don't want it. We would rather to be half machine cyborg person, but it doesn't really exist in our modern times. We have to deal with the fact that we can't walk. We have to be in a wheelchair. All these different things. Disability is a curse, and it just never gives you anything good except for the ability to park close to things. But half the time, there's a-holes parked there that don't have a disability placard and don't give a crap about you. But all the other reasons are very fair reasons. The single fact that he's 11 years older, I really question how long they've known each other, because this could be a grooming situation. If he's been your friend since young, you guys have been in each other's families, gone to parties, stuff like this. That means this guy is slowly gotten this girl to, I don't know, fall in love with an older man somehow, telling her mystical, magical woes about what their life can be, even though it will not be true. It's one of those situations like an evil stepsister, an evil guy who's I will give you the world and I will love you. God, my brain goes to Gachiakuta and the guy that Amo loves. And if you don't know that anime, the story just goes really quickly. She just wants to be loved so badly that when her mom sells her, the guy promises her love, literally does terrible things to her and says, oh, that's just love, that's just love. And the one thing that she wanted, she couldn't have because he didn't actually care about her. She was just an object. She didn't understand that and ended up unaliving the guy. So it's like a whole story. It's a wonderful anime, wonderful manga. But this is the kind of stuff that I think about. Like, men will promise the world, tell you all the sweet nothings, and then when it actually comes down to it, do absolutely nothing for you. She is 18. She needs to go to college. She needs to experience the world. This is not the play for her. Don't marry. Figure it out. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a low amount of people you've dated. Like, hell, you could date 3 people. You could date 1 person and that person could just be the one, but like, it's got to come naturally, and it's got to be somebody like your age that makes sense, not some pervert who's like PDF file adjacent, right? Just became 18. She's legal now. It's just gross. Every part of it's gross. Nobody, not even a like 22-year-old should be dating someone that's 18. It's literally gross. They just got out of high school. Like, don't you want somebody mature that you can have conversations with and that actually understands what's going on with you and what's going, like, your age group? 10 years is a huge difference. 11 years is a huge difference. You guys are gonna have nothing in common except for the fact that one guy is lustful, not the a-hole. Edit. I see a lot in the comments people are questioning my relationship with the guy and how I can call him a friend, and also I'm having an opinion on my niece's personal life. I'm originally from Tunisia, and it's where I lived most of my life. The guy mentioned in the story used to be a friend of mine when we were younger through primary and high school, but no more. We can meet now and don't even say hi to each other. I use the term friend as what we used to be. And in our Tunisian dialect, the term might be used to describe anyone who used to be in your circle in the past, just to designate a position where others are to you, either friends, family, acquaintances, or strangers, no matter your current relationship with them. I believe the idea slipped from my mind writing this post in English. My bad. Second language, so this guy's an acquaintance. This guy's somebody you knew. As for my niece, it's her total legal right to marry whoever she chooses, and nobody can force her to approve or disapprove of anyone. Also, she could be dating to some extent, of course not living under the same room, as that's not even legal. She could be going out on dates and talking freely with the guys she likes, and I guess that's how her relationship with the disabled guy was. I just don't see how they would have gone the same social circles. It just doesn't make sense. This guy absolutely either groomed or stalked her. Like, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts. Or he's gross and goes to places specifically for young people. Like, there's just no room for a good guy to sneak into this kind of situation. Doesn't exist. As I said in Tunisia, no one can force an opinion when it comes to one's choice of who he or she wants to get married to. The law is strict about this, and you will get in big trouble if you coerce your daughter or son to either get married or stop them from getting married. But it's common practice when someone is dating, and especially thinking about getting married, to make their due diligences. The man or woman themselves would ask about their chosen one's social, financial, ethical, legal, religious, and etc. statuses, and for their own parents to do the same and give advice based on it. My sister and her husband consulted me about the disabled guy. I gave my honest opinion, and they reported it to their daughter, and she was convinced that this is best not to approve the guy for the reasons that I mentioned. If my niece has chosen to marry this despite my opinion and her parents' opinion, we couldn't stop her. We would be in trouble if we tried to stop her by force. It sounds like you did everything right. It sounds like, obviously, you understood your culture enough to know that this can't be something by force. You have to have good reasons. And you gave 3 bullet point reasons why this is not the man for you. This is not the man for anybody of that age range. And hopefully this guy figures himself out a little bit better and can maybe keep a couple friendships and stay away from young people, you gross SOB, and maybe get out there and find someone their own age and date someone that makes them feel good. It just reminds me of that really terrible, terrible phrase from Dazed, I think it was Dazed and Confused, where one of the guys is like, "That's the best thing about high school girls. I keep getting older, but they stay the same age." It's like, gross, dude. Kind of gross. You rock, OP. You saved your niece a lifetime of torment from this man, and you just did right. There's just no disagreeing with that. Not the yee-hoo, but I'd love to know what y'all think. And hey, if you made it this far, drop a sub. We just hit 100, and I find it unbelievable, but I'm just so freaking proud. Thank you for watching my content, and I'll catch you in the next one.